So this is the Indiana Fever roster. There are no other players coming in for training camps. In fact, they've got one of the smallest training camp rosters. Most teams are going out there with 20 players in training camp. The Indiana Fever are going out with 15, but they can only bring 11 players, which again is a problem in itself, but you're going to have to play the 11. Like, you cannot have, let's just say, you cannot have a 9-player rotation with 44 games in a season. You can't. You cannot have a 9-player rotation this year. All 11 are going to have to play. They're going to have to be, and maybe not play every game, but they're all going to have to be. It's not going to be a case of like, oh, Celeste Taylor and Victoria Saxton are just there for vibes. And then they cut Celeste Taylor and Victoria Saxton having a spot on a team indefinitely just for vibes. Like, and again, I will say this: Victoria Saxton, I thought was a lot better than she looked decent when she was out on the floor quite a lot. But like, let's be real, she was there for vibes. She was there because she was Aaliyah Boston's mate. But when it comes to the team right here, the entire team is finally back. They are finally back in Indiana. So I saw this post from Megan Morgan 295, and I actually got sent this page by somebody on Twitter, basically just saying that this person is like as much of an expert as can be, especially about the Fever's players overseas, and actually runs the Fever off-season Twitter page, talking about all the overseas players. So definitely wouldn't be a bad idea. I keeping an eye on this page. But obviously posting about Dantis, talking about how Dantis did. And so Dantis is back. Dantis is now back. So the Fever are officially all there. The training camp roster is the players that we know of. Here, the training camp roster has not changed since the draft. They haven't taken in anyone. Whereas there were a lot of teams that took 3, 4, 5 training camp players in that have no chance of making the team. The Fever have not signed a training camp player since Jillian Lane. And they have not obviously taken anyone since the draft. So obviously Dantis has come back from Turkey, where she's had a fantastic year. An absolutely fantastic year. Another piece to the Fever Championship quest. Dantis, I will say this, Dantis looks, she's in the best shape she's been in a long time. Obviously she was injured last year. And if you look at Dantis, it's not like Dantis is quick. She's not super quick, but it's not like she's super slow either. But at the same time, still, you would probably rather a little bit more speed at the power forward position. But with Dantis back, every single person from the Fever is back and ready to go. So training camp, I think, officially starts, is it Monday? And we're getting very close to the season starting. I'm really looking forward to this preseason game. I really am. Like, this first preseason game, and you can see they tweeted out, and it was like, we're Aaliyah Boston days that we hit the court for preseason. And once preseason starts, oh, lads, once preseason starts, I'm telling you guys, you're not going to be seeing any more videos talking about speed stacking. You're not going to see another speed stacking. I'm gonna lie, I don't know if I can fully commit to that. You're probably not going to see another speed stacking video on this channel. But for the training camp roster, obviously there's no new names here. Even though, again, a lot of team post-draft signed way more players. And I don't mind that the Fever are doing this. I really don't mind. Actually, sorry, training camp supposedly starting tomorrow. Officially starting tomorrow. Maybe it's like that's the official start of training camp date. And obviously for the Fever, like, they don't have any like overseas players for teams to look at. They don't have any, like, not even rookies. They're not looking at bringing in any undrafted players, which I thought maybe the Fever might have. I thought there were a couple of undrafted players the Fever might have taken a look at, not to make a team, but just to have a look at. But at the same time, look, I think maybe they're thinking, like, we can be honest, Yvonne Ejim and Jaylen Brown are not making this team. We can be completely honest. They are not making this team. It's likely a 3-way shootout between Jillian Lane, Bree Hall, and Michaela Timpson, who is huge. who is just going to be huge for this team. Like Michaela Timpson is making this team. Maybe I'm just so tunnel visioned, but like she's a freak athlete with a 6'10" wingspan. She is a freak athlete with a 6'10" wingspan. And yeah, it should be a guarantee. It should be a guarantee that she makes that team. Like she's going to be such a good asset. And the one thing I like with Michaela Timpson is she can play beside. She can't really play beside Bree Hall, but she can play beside Leah Boston, and she can play beside Damiris Dantis. So she can and she gives a very different look to Bree Turner. Like Bree Turner is a great rim protector. So is Michaela Timpson, in fairness to her, but it's a very different type of rim protection. Like Bree Turner, her ability or just her timing is really good. Her timing is good, a little bit like an Aaliyah, whereas Michaela Timpson is just freaky athletic and will just swat shots into the stand. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting training camp for the Fever, and obviously everybody being back now, ready to go. There's no question marks for the players. Like apparently no one has a freaking clue what's happening with Aisha Sifka and Juste Shasite, two first round picks. Like it's looking like Shasite is not even coming over. Like they didn't even make the summer. They didn't even make the that didn't attend camp. Or sorry, they're not even attending camp for their teams. So yeah, it's a bit of a mad owl situation with them. But for the Fever, look, they've got a good 15. You can very easily at training camp, you can go 5 on. Like if you've got 15 players, you can try people in different lineups. You can go 5v5 with a team subbing off, getting players plenty of rest, getting them used to playing at high intensity, and then giving them rest times that they're not killing themselves in preseason. 20, I think 20 might be too much. It might be too much, but I trust Stephanie White and that crew knowing what to do. Like we can't forget, Stephanie White took a team that nobody expected to do anything, even though they just made the finals because they lost Jonquel Jones. A team that lost Jonquel Jones and nobody had any expectation for them, and Stephanie White took that team and got them to, well, an NCAA champ. Not NCAA, Jesus. Got them to the 3rd seed and a semi-final game. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know your guys' opinions on Dantis coming back. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.